we are here this afternoon to announce the filing of criminal charges against General Motors Company related to the company's failure to disclose a safety defect from its regulator and from certain purchasers of its pre-owned cars. At the same time, this office and GM have entered into a deferred prosecution agreement to resolve those charges.
When we get into our cars or trucks, we place our trust in the manufacturer to have done everything in their power to make that vehicle as safe as it can possibly be, to ensure every step has been taken to keep us and our families from an accident of any kind. But what happens when it becomes obvious one of the largest and most powerful automakers in the world is proven to have shown a corporate streak of not caring and negligence in order to cut corners and save a buck, and when our government seems to let them off the proverbial hook? Pedal to the metal then with the nationally syndicated and renowned car coach. Let's welcome back Lauren Fix. All right, Lauren, we've talked about this a number of times, but I think we really have to dig in here a little bit now, because this is all about the ignition switches. GM gets hit from the Department of Justice with a $900 million bill because of what they did. Toyota, $1.2 billion for not properly reporting its problem. I got to tell you something. I smoke cronyism, favoritism, backdoor dealings, something here. Something doesn't seem right that maybe GM got off easy.
You think? Let me see. Let's go backward. Steven Ratner, the car czar, was supposed to be the one who was going to go into GM and help them sort things out, sell off 3 of their brands, and then they're going to help them become more financially stable. So what ends up happening? Well, the good thing is Mary Barra is in charge. She seems to know what she's doing, and I do know her and Mark Royce, who is really smart people. But what happened before they took charge, before they went bankrupt, is how they're getting away with all of this. So they went into the bankruptcy knowing for a full fact that they had an ignition switch problem, and now 124 people are dead. There was not that many people with any
let's say
of
that again. Hang on one second.
I
got to stop there, Lauren. Let's make sure people hear that. 124 people are dead because people at the top of General Motors did not do their job, did not keep the vehicles safe. We have not one individual has been charged, and GM doesn't have to plead guilty. How in the name of hell do they get away with this? This is negligence from top to bottom.
Ray DiGiorgio was the guy who knew about the ignition switches, didn't change the part number, which is against all the generally accepted principles, and he's the one that got fired. So he lost his job. He probably has another job where he'll sit on unemployment for 99 weeks. But in the meantime, 124 people are dead. And the only slap on the wrist they get is they have to admit that it was a criminal charge. They have to feel guilty for wire fraud, whatever. Here's the fact. These people are not coming back.
So what does this then say? I got about a minute 15 left. I want to make sure we get this in here then from your side. What does this say then to not only American manufacturers, but any others around the world who see what happens here and how if you do a little diligence beforehand and stroke a few people here and there, you can get away with it?
I know, and look who got slapped. Toyota got slapped with it. You got Takata with the airbags. Huge. Even FCA got slapped with a huge fine, and they walk away with $900 million. They'll make that up in a month. That's not the problem. The problem is these people died. Yes, they're sorry for it. Is there change behind the scenes? We don't really know. We have to assume that the new leadership has made change. And they're saying, you can guarantee our cars are 100% safe. You know what? I understand their vehicles have changed a lot. I understand that the structure has changed, but that still leaves doubt in my mind. And there's a lot of things that happen when the Obama administration gets involved in the auto industry. And you know what? They shouldn't have to begin with, because then this would have had a totally different outcome. Sadly, 124 people died, and it's basically Ray DiGiorgio's fault. And the bottom line is it's entirely possible he may find himself in jail, because that does not eliminate the fact that he potentially has done something criminal. But that is supposed to be deferred, which I want to know what that really means. That means swept under the rug?
I'll tell you what, it's a pretty big rug right now when you think about it, with all those people who are dead and the fact that GM is only charged with misleading consumers and NHTSA's on top of this. No, they're not. They're part of the problem as well. We're going to have to talk about that at another time, because this is just disgusting what GM is getting away with here, and the government is allowing it. Don't forget, go to laurenfix.com, read about everything that's happening in the automotive industry. Lauren, always a pleasure to talk to you, my friend. Be good, stay safe, drive safe. Stay with us. The Hardline continues.